Video got a reaction for you guys. Can Carson finally explains his dark imagery? Listen, Kenyatta Fraser is a man of God. We all know this, bro. This whole aesthetic he's going for, bro, is literally all for clicks and views, bro. Lil Uzi Vert does it. Uzi does it, bro. Like, it's for views. And it works. It gets people talking online. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's very weird. It's a lame gimmick. It's weird to me. But, you know what I'm saying?
Carson interviews are pretty rare, especially these days, and this recent one with Pitchfork revealed a lot of information. Like, it was low-key one of the most informative interviews we've ever gotten, because the dude literally went on tour with Ken Carson and wrote about conversations he had over, you know, these long periods of time. So it's not even a interview per se. It's more so just recounting of the story of the tour, but there's a lot of quotes. Ken Carson
what
gave.
A fire tour,
there's a lot
bro.
Of great information in general. If you want,
I still have yet to post like the actual tour video. I still have yet to post it, bro. I guess I can still post it. I just
me to do an overall dissection of the entire article, I will, but for this video I just wanted to go over like the quotes that Ken Carson gave.
All right, bet. Please do.
Conversations
because I'm not reading all that
stuff about Playboy Cardi, stuff about girls, stuff about horror movies, stuff about his aesthetic and religion and school, and basically all the information you could ever want to know about Ken Carson. Before we get into the video though, if you could drop a subscription, drop a like, drop a comment.
Brother.
Are not subscribed.
I'll drop a sub if the video's fire.
Drop a subscription because, you know, I'm putting out videos pretty frequently now. Thank you. And yeah, we're obviously gonna get into that whole upside down cross imagery thing. He comments on it.
Now that stuff I don't rock with, the upside down cross, only because I don't know what it means. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to me, that means to go like going against God, but apparently that's not what it means. It's not like that. I just don't really know.
Probably one of the most in-depth comments of the whole thing, but we're just gonna go in order. So let's start with the beginning of the article, where he was actually talking about like horror movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
He said, "Ain't nobody scared to know ghosts in 2024, he says, slamming on the remote. Why they keep making them? They need to leave that stuff alone. It's all fake." And so, yeah, clearly, as they mentioned later in the article, Ken Carson is a big fan of horror movies.
Yeah, we know this, though.
Gore. And so he's very opinionated on these things as well. And he does not like the ghost horror movies because they're not real and nobody believes in them. He likes those realistic horror movies that could, like, actually...
Oh, well, someone show Ken Terrifier 1, 2, and 3. Because that is literally all it is, right? I haven't watched it, but apparently that's what it is. Just gore. It's just like, I don't know.
Happen, I guess. He also said, quote, "On show days, I only have to be performing for 1 hour. So the other 23 hours, I be chilling," he says, as his barber gives him a shake.
Oh, I was curious about this, bro, because it seems stressful. Because he was on tour, and like those tour dates, like those were the day, bro. Like it dead feels like he's been on tour for like a year. Even though it's only been like a few months. Like, his tour was fire, though.
Would look into the Ken Carson
I was happy.
Life.
I got to go. I was very blessed.
His shows are only 1 hour, and the rest of the time he's just on the PS5, relaxing.
The P5, man. I'm telling you, bro.
What woke me up is Rob Zombie's Halloween. So this was kind of like, is what he's saying woke him up to horror movies. Do you like John Carpenter's Halloween? Hell no. Ain't no female battling Michael Myers. Jamie Lee ass would have been died in a Rob Zombie movie. And then the article author, Alphonse Pierre, actually gave a fact check saying Laurie, the character played by Jamie Lee Curtis in the original, survives her battle with Michael Myers.
Oh, I don't know what this.
Proving that Ken Carson is a fake fan of the whole Rob Zombie Halloween movie thing. He was also proven to be a fake fan of Green Day. It seems like everything Ken Carson is like a big proponent of is he's like low-key capping, or maybe he just gets a little stressed out during interviews or something like that, which I understand.
Yo, he for sure gets stressed out during interviews, bro. He is so awkward during every interview, bro. He acts like a, he just acts weird. Like it's so visible though. Like I feel like with this interview, he was very comfortable. But in every other interview, like I've seen from like he just like looks so like I don't know, just like weird. I don't know.
Because like talking on camera and talking to like people and stuff is way different than talking to your friends. It gets kind of stressful, you know. Like me talking to the camera right now, I'm getting stressed. Drop a "don't be stressed" sad part in the comments, okay? Then it says during a commercial break, an MTV VMAs ad mentions a nomination for Playboy Cardi, Ken's superstar mentor and label boss at Opium, the enigmatic Atlanta-based clique of rappers and producers. F**k, yells Ken, punching his fist into his palm, lighting up like a proud little brother at the sight of Cardi's name. And I think it's funny that they labeled him as like a proud little brother, because that's really like the energy that's given off. Like some people try to say Cardi is like the dad, but no, the cool older brother, you know. And
not for real.
Happy to see this nomination, because like it's proof that Cardi is kind of going to that mainstream level now, and in this rollout for I Am Music or whatever, it's definitely
bro.
Like,
yes, bro. I can't wait. Cardi just dropped the album, bro.
You know,
Drop the album.
Award, like he literally won
this month and next month. Cardi, please, bro. Please, Cardi, please, bro.
Like a mainstream music billboard.
Stop posting
stuff.
fit pics, bro. We don't care.
Leveling up, and Ken is proud of him. Maybe he can follow in his footsteps one day. Then
he is like Ken is the top. Like right now, Ken is the king of Opium, bro. Because Cardi isn't dropping, bro, and Lone is. And then Homicide Gang, no one talks about them, bro. Cause yeah, so Ken is at the top of Opium right now. But when Cardi drops a new album, he will be at the top again. So, but you know, Ken's
conversation in the room flows through Ken and is mostly about women. So this was in reference to a conversation with like Gunnar Stahl, I think. I don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Homicide Bino. They were just all talking, and he said, "quote I haven't been blocked in a while." Ken jokes. And clearly Ken is going through a bit of a female dry streak, as you can see by his leaked Twitter DMs. You know, like he drops the red.
Bro. Twitter is not the place to like bad girls, bro. So honestly, I don't like, bro. Who DMs on Twitter? Let's be so for real. It's mainly Instagram or Snapchat, I guess, but mainly Instagram for real. Not really Twitter. Let's be so for real. So, come on.
In the DMs, and a lot of girls don't answer, but apparently at this point in time he was not getting blocked, so he was very happy about that. Then it said,
is she texting someone behind your back?
Oh my gosh, bro, the ads, and it's just like stupid ads. Like what, bro?
At one point, while Ken holds court, he grabs the 2 bricks of cash and tries to balance them on his shoulder, except he almost drops them, telling Bino, damn, I ain't do it like Cardi. And Cardi is clearly like the best at holding money on his shoulders. He must be like the goat at it. He's been practicing a lot. There's a lot of pictures of Cardi holding money and stuff, so he might be talking about one of those as well. But yeah, Ken is not on Cardi's level yet. He needs a couple more M's in the bank before he can really get to the money spread technique.
Nah, facts, bro.
This was the quote that was really interesting. Low-key, one of the focal points of the article, in my opinion, because Opium's dark aesthetic and upside-down crosses and all that kind of references and stuff it's a big deal. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people are neutral to it.
I don't like it. I don't really like it.
He actually gave an answer to the meaning behind it, finally. I don't think we've ever gotten this before, honestly. He said, St. Peter felt less worthy than Jesus, and I feel the same way. I'm no God, so why would I come to you as if I am? Then he gets back into character. My job is to piss people off. Then the dude asked, why is that your job? And he said, because people are dumb. Like they never seen a scary movie? And so, according to Ken Carson, there's 2 conflicting.
What? That literally made no sense. Okay. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't feel as a god. Oh, why you saying me like that? But like, so because you don't feel like you're a god, you go to the dark side? Like what? That don't even make sense.
Conflicting points here. So at first he was kind of saying
confused.
that the opium upside down cross is like a religious thing about St. Peter.
Yeah.
But then later on in the same sentence, he said that it's kind of a reference to scary movies and just
I don't
the
get it.
aesthetic and the vibe. So I'm not sure which one to believe. And
honestly, he contradicted himself hard. I don't know what that was. He tripping.
I would side on the fact that it's just for an image. It's not really any deeper meaning or anything like that. Although a lot of people do like to read deeper into it. I mean, I posted this on Instagram, and there was literally a huge thread argument if you want to go read through. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it started with, I'm not going to lie, a St. Peter cross and pentagrams are not the same thing. There's like 30 replies to it with things ranging from talking about Hinduism, talking about pentagram represents the 5 wounds of Christ. Doubt Ken is a Jesus nerd, but that's that. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's an interesting conversation to be had, because clearly as these artists get bigger and bigger, it's going to be exposed to more and more people. And
man,
depending on your interpretation of that, that could either be really good, really bad, whatever. Let's move on though. The next one was pretty interesting as well. It says, Ken was raised in the Christian church alongside his older sister. Quote,
wow, see, that's what I told y'all, bro. Like, yo, it's literally for an image, bro. He literally got raised in the Christian church. This is all for it. It's very weird though. I don't get it, but
to sing in the choir. I'd be in their church, boy. I did speeches on Christmas, Easter, all that. Damn, imagine going to church and seeing Ken Carson give a speech to the congregation about Christmas and Easter.
Yeah, I would never
Jesus
imagine
being
that.
Risen and born. That would be beautiful. I wonder if there's any video footage of that. He probably did his best to make sure no one had it. It would low-key kill the opium aesthetic. He recalls with a big grin on his face. Quote, but with religion, you gotta be holy even when you leave that place. That's why I can't put myself into any specific religion, but I do have a relationship with God. And so, yeah, here we get Ken's stance on religion, or I guess Christianity, or whatever you want to call it, which is kind of the same thing Destroy Lonely said in his interview with Bootleg Kev. And it seems like that's a growing trend in general, to not really tie yourself to a specific religion, but still have a relationship with God. My cultural prediction for the next decade or two is that religion is going to come back, because popularity has been going down, but I don't know, bro. People are just super lost these days. I think it's going to come back, and having a connection with God is important, as Ken says. Going forward, it says, but at the end of the day, it's not all that deep for Ken. Quote, I'm turned. I'm not a fan of emotional stuff. Even with my own stuff, I don't be trying to get into it, he admits. So here he's talking about like the emotional music. Like, he doesn't really want to make emo stuff, even though he has kind of emo songs or sad lyrics.
I need
like
you.
He says that it's not his favorite. He'd rather be turned. Quote, I ain't been through the most, so I can't really relate. When I hear emotional stuff, I'm like, you got me.
So, hey, I understand this, but it still dropped first night. It still dropped For You, because those I feel like are emotional songs. And first night, or that could be emotional. I don't really know.
Thinking about being broke. I don't want to cry. Damn, you're supposed to be getting rich. So again, he's talking about like the emo stuff is not
young and
doesn't resonate with it. But I feel like a lot of the artists that he's quoted as inspiration do have a lot of emo, sad lyrics, especially Future. Like, Future is literally known for being one of the best sad rap lyricists ever. And that's when
his dreads were cooked. I don't know how they blossomed into what they are now, but his dreads look so bad.
Ken's big inspirations, but I guess maybe he just doesn't listen to that part of Future's catalog. I think it is an interesting thing though, because clearly Ken loves.
I feel like I could be Batman. I feel like it could be Batman. You don't get to be Batman. Like, you gotta get the gadgets.
And A Great Chaos was no more of the sad stuff. Like on the album before that had like songs like The End, which were obviously a bit sadder. And
we don't do fake friends. Nah, I don't like that. Something out my catalog.
He means gone through that much relationship wise or with girls. So maybe he doesn't have that much experience with girls to like draw on upon for the sad stuff. He could also be.
All right, so listen up. Stay.
Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, YouTube.
Talking about he hasn't been through the most in terms of like.
We don't do fake friends,
like
no.
He hasn't had families pass away, or like he hasn't lost anybody in the streets or whatever. I'm not really sure what he's referring to when he says I ain't been through the most, but it could be interpreted a lot of ways. Continues saying, what is this teen drama y'all people watching? Snaps Ken, his pentagram tattoo visible. It's Friday Night Lights, replies Vision.
That tattoo, bro, he gotta get that off though. I ain't gonna lie, that tattoo gotta go.
It's actually One Tree Hill. So Vision thought it was Friday Night Lights, but the show was actually One Tree Hill, an episode where Gavin DeGraw performs. Then Ken said, I am not watching no teen drama with 6 dudes in the room. Ken reasons, gnawing on some chicken tenders. Quote, I need to watch somebody catch bodies. He snatches up the remote and clicks play on a generic horror flick. I wouldn't even watch no teen drama with my girl. Okay, so I wonder what movie Ken ended up putting on. But basically, there was some type of like, I guess, Disney Channel-esque show or something, like some type of drama. Clearly, Ken calls it a teen drama. It was on in the room with him and all his friends, and he was like, bro, we are not watching this. Like, I need to watch somebody catch bodies. I need to watch some real gore, some real...
Yo, what is up with this dude Ken, bro? It's not always about gore and horror, man. Jeez, bro. Dang.
Horror stuff. And I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from, but in my opinion, bro, he's just showing out for the camera, bro. He's showing out for Alphonse Pierre.
Yeah, he's gotta be, bro. There's no way he like watches horror like all day, every day, bro. This guy just be, he wants the media to think this, bro. Come on, bro. And I could have swore, no, that was somebody else.
Article author, because sometimes there is a time and place, bro. Sometimes it's not always best to watch the gore and people get beheaded in a scary movie. Maybe that's just the energy he needs to channel for his tour, and like he needs to really bring that up to the stage and
well, yeah, it's called a chaos tour, so, and that's his whole thing.
Stuff,
so.
But you can't just watch that all day, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way,
you just
bro.
need a nice, beautiful, romantic, funny, chill storyline, okay?
There's no way.
Keep that in mind, guys. It continues. Ken Carson gave a quote about Atlanta saying, Atlanta pushes you. You got to be on your stuff early. You got random dudes in the city who look like the most famous people in the world, and they're junkies, says Ken. He beams when talking about his city, whether the topic is Gucci Mane mixtapes or Atlanta's culture as a whole. Quote, you can't even be the coolest dude in your high school out there. So Ken was not the cool dude in school, apparently. He's saying that, bro, like in Atlanta, everyone's cool. Everyone has something going on, or at least they're dressed like they do, so it's hard to like be fly and stand out. And he's saying that competition is kind of what pushed him to really break out of the box, saying that, oh, you got to be on your stuff early. So like that's why he started rapping and making good connections.
Well, thank goodness, man.
Like, I think he met TM88 when he was like in middle school or high school or something like that. Like he was really on it early, trying to figure out what he wanted to do.
Thank goodness, bro.
He wanted to stand out, and being in an area with so many people who want to stand out, it like makes it harder. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you look at it too, there's a lot of rappers from Atlanta, bro. Like pretty much Atlanta's like the hub of rap right now. I mean, you could argue like Atlanta, New York. It used to be Florida, like South Florida, but not really anymore, unfortunately. But clearly Ken is a big fan of the A. I mean, that's where him and Cardi are from, Destroy Lonely, his whole team. Continues, sometimes Ken is petulant and bossy. Sometimes Ken dissociates, covering his face with his locks as he endlessly scrolls or stares at graphic, violent internet videos. Parentheses, he has an obsession.
Bro, this is for the cameras, bro. Oh my god. What is he, an emo zombie? I'm like, Ken is bossy. He covers his face with his locks and scrolls at internet video. Shut up, man.
With gore. Throughout my time there, he can't wait to see Terrifier.
He did watch Terrifier 3. Told you.
3. Sometimes Ken is crudely funny, with hypotheticals for days. Quote, if I was a junkie, I'd be walking around naked going, oh, you weren't worried about me before, now it's your problem too. So here we get a hypothetical situation presented by Ken Carson. And this is something I do with my friends a lot too, bro. Like, just make up scenarios. I want to hear it in his voice though, bro. He's saying that if he was a junkie, he would kind of like cause an issue for everybody else and make a ruckus, which a lot of homeless, bro. I was in a pizza shop the other day in like a nice part of town, bro. Like, oh my god, it's so like, it's a beautiful street. It was late and I'm in this pizza shop waiting for my food, and a fully naked homeless lady walks in, or not even fully naked, but everything's hanging out, bro. And you can see like her nipples, bro. Like she's trying to like, she smells, she's trying to like touch people, like she's obviously out of her mind. And
that's disgusting.
I guess that was like the embodiment of Ken Carson. Sometimes when I get him alone, I ask him a question he doesn't like and he gets pissy. This part is funny, bro. The dude asked him, how does it sit with you how white the crowds are at some of your
Oh my god, this is a good question, bro. This is a good question, bro. Yo, at the tour, bro, it was primarily white, bro. The Opium fan base is like 90% white. I'm being so serious too. Yo, it was a lot of white people, bro. I ain't gonna lie, a lot. I don't see how he answers this.
Shows, which low key is a dumb question, bro. Like I feel like this is like a bait question. Like he's trying to get Ken to say something that will like get clicks, but Ken clocked it. He said, "Why the hell would you ask that? Discriminate," he says, sucking his teeth. Why are you even thinking about that? And yeah, bro, this Alphonse Pierre dude has low-key been known to make a couple statements like this. I think he was trying to bring Ken Carson into a circle, you know, see if they could relate on this thing of, oh, white crowds. And clearly Ken Carson does have a lot of white fans. I mean, the Opium fan base.
I'll probably be like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, more brothers and sisters need to be in Opium, bro. Not all these white dudes. That's what I would say. I was playing. I'm joking. I troll.
80% white kids, and clearly that's going to be the case at the shows as well. But Ken Carson doesn't discriminate, bro. He doesn't care. He doesn't have any political, racial takes on it. So that's cool to hear. Then the dude asked, do you ever try to rap about your insecurities? And Ken said, hell no. I think I have no insecurities. And he actually goes back on this statement in a little bit, which is how the article's concluded. But before that, they said White shows him a TikTok of a kid dressing up as him for Halloween. They even have the same multicolored locks. Then Ken said, what? That's crazy. There's Ken with a baffled smile on his face. Quote, I try to do outrageous stuff people can't copy.
Bro, it was this guy on TikTok, bro. But it wasn't for Halloween, bro. He just had the same locks as Ken. And he was wearing he liked Opium. He was wearing like the latex pants. I don't know, bro, but he looked like Ken, bro. I was like, yo, that's kind of cringe, bro.
And they still do. And I'll try to play it.
For me, like right now, I'm wearing all black, but it's not because I like Opium, bro. It's just because I like the color black. Like white. Oh, and white for some reason makes me sweat a lot. I don't know why, but like the color white, like white shirts just make me sweat. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing, but it does happen to me. I don't know why. So I'm wearing black. I have some like cream type color. I have some blue, but like black is just like my favorite color to wear because I feel like it complements my skin. Not because of Opium, but there's dudes out here wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Try to find the video and
it's cringy. I'm gonna lie. It's kind of cringe.
It up now. If I can't though, just imagine someone dressing up as Ken Carson for Halloween, because I'm sure there were a lot. I mean, bro.
It could have been the guy from Max's and THAbo's stream.
I went out for Halloween for one night. I literally only one night, and I saw like 3 to 4 Playboy Cardi costumes.
No way.
Because it's like such a simple thing. Like, I mean, all they did was wear a backwards jersey. But I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Supposed to be Playboy Cardi because they look like.
I did not see that.
And they had that Playboy Cardi fan vibe to them. But I mean, I saw a bunch of them, so I'm clearly people are dressing up as Ken Carson. I mean, I even saw people dressed up as Summers. Did you see that? Like with the all white fit, like that NBA.
That's so easy,
fit,
bro.
That stuff was so funny. So yeah, this is the last thing that I mentioned earlier. It says, talking about Ken, the dude goes, he's in a great mood. We get to talking, and unexpectedly he goes, you know, I was insecure in myself early. And I mean, wow, Ken Carson has insecurities? Who would have thought? The dude said, about what?
Yeah, he's just so cool. He never had he's just so cool. I would have never thought he had insecurities.
I say, surprised he's bringing that up himself. Here it goes. After all of this, a moment of self-reflection from Ken Carson, one of the faces of Opium and all their baggage, who came of age in the glitzy and uncensored Atlanta rap scene, and is on the way to being the soundtrack of young male rage. Okay, first, let's go over this, bro. He said one of the faces of Opium, and low-key, if you're not counting Cardi, because, I mean, Cardi isn't even...
He literally is the face of Opium, bro. Cardi isn't dropping. He's the face of Opium. Let's be so for real right now. Like, as of right now, he's the face of Opium.
I don't know if you would count Cardi as like a face of Opium. He kind of is Opium. Yeah. And other than that, that leaves Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, and Homicide Bino. And so out of those three, like forget the argument I said earlier, out of Ken, Lone, and Homicide Gang, you would definitely say that Ken Carson is the face of Opium.
Yeah, he is the face.
But yes. Yeah, the dude continues writing saying, he swings his hair from his eyes like he tends to do. Then, quote, what if my shows weren't lit? And like that's how the article ends. It's low-key a cool and poetic ending. I think one of the main
that is a fire. That's a fire ending. I ain't gonna lie. What if my shows weren't lit? No. That's fire.
The reasons behind this article was just like the real energy and emotion of Ken Carson and his shows. Like he's really
appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna get it to light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really cool seeing him not try to be cool and so mysterious, bro. It's really cool just seeing, like, bro, how, like, they really are, like, behind the scenes. Like, they're normal human beings. Because they try to act so cool, bro. And, yeah, it's just, like, it's kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's kind of corny, bro. Like, come on. Like, have some personality. Especially that dude Cardi, bro. Or not Cardi. Who? Yeah, well, they all do it. But you know, it's cool to just see something like this, bro. It's something wholesome like this, man. Kind of wholesome, even though it was a lot about gore and stuff. Oh, but you know, yeah, that was really information about Kenyatta Fraser. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying his government name. But yeah, man, Ken, man. Hey, bro, I can't wait for more chaos, bro. Next year, more chaos coming out. I can't wait, bro. I'll see you guys then, bro.
Hey, walking to the party, they like, Gappa, is that you? Finna get